happenings of the meeting out because it hadn't been properly set up according with the public meeting law?
Yeah, I was at that meeting.
You were, okay.
All right, should I read what I'm required to read and then we can get started?
Yep.
Okay. As a preliminary matter, this is Joseph Scalia, the Commission of Trust Fund Board Chair. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Hayden. Hayden.
Frozen.
Dan.
I can hear you. Thank you.
I dropped out for a minute, but I'm back.
Okay, Hayden. Okay, good. Evie.
Yep. I'm
All
here.
right. Good afternoon. The open meeting of the Commission of Trust Funds is being conducted remotely consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19 virus. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the Commission of Trust Funds is convening by Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that the meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and that take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Meeting business ground rules. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. I will introduce each speaker on the agenda and they conclude their remarks. The chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Further, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. Finally, each vote taken in the meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. First thing I would like to do is request a motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting as read.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All those in favor vote aye. Joseph Scalia, aye. Dan?
Dan Burns, aye.
Hayden? Okay, and we need anything else that we need to discuss?
Do we need to finalize the thing for the domestic violence trust?
Yes. I think one of the reasons why they didn't get any money last year was because this year with no football, they didn't need the money for the after football parties.
Okay.
I think that's one of the things, but I think your comments were fine. I mean, I don't see any problem with it after what you have written.
Okay.
Just a little background or what's going on now. The reason that this was expedited, I guess, or it was just sent to me recently is because they went from the Domestic Violence Action Trust Fund, the Bigwood Fund. They bought gift cards up to the tune of just about $6,000 worth of gift cards from Target, Stop and Shop, Market Basket, to give to a nonprofit organization for, you know, that one of the houses or several of the houses, the people that go that have been subject to domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to let you know that's what this money will be used for. So if you have any objections to that, let me know.
I find it hard to have an objection to helping out one of the safe houses.
Yeah, I say especially during this time, I think that's just why this is something out of the ordinary that they're doing. We don't normally like gift cards, and from the town side, on the town side, we're not allowed to give gift cards from town money. But it's
Okay.
trust fund money, so it's totally different, totally separate, so.
Hayden, do we need a motion to go ahead and approve these, or have we done that so far?
It's really up to Evie. I don't think we've approved them, actually.
No, it has not until
We
the,
made a motion, but then I thought we should clarify what it is the amount we were approving. So I sent those letters that we usually send. But Evie, do you have enough for what you need for us to approve them now?
I just need a motion to approve the amounts and the fact that you approved the transfer.
Okay. Do you have the totals in front of you? I don't.
Yeah, I have for 2020, I have $6,200. And for 2021, I have $6,300. Because it
Okay.
adjusted, and you had done this.
And do we need to do the scholarship now or no?
Do you need what?
Do we need to approve the scholarship also?
The
We usually-
scholarship has not been, yeah, and then I'll approach them as to whether they're going to award these or not.
Okay, all right. So I guess for the record, can you just repeat what the amount was for the scholarship?
For 2020 was $683, and 2021, $692.
I think we round to the
Both of
600.
them down to 600, right?
So 600
Yeah, for the 2 years.
or
Yeah,
something.
okay. So does that mean I mean, I know, maybe they didn't need it for the football games, but does that mean they didn't do a scholarship last year?
No, they didn't do anything last year.
Okay.
And they
Alright.
didn't do that bus trip to Pollard to talk about domestic
So
violence.
600 for both years, 20 and 21.
Right.
Right.
So I'll make a motion to approve for the Big Wood Trust, both the Domestic Violence Trust and the scholarship, to approve the amounts Evie just stated.
I'll make a second of that. All those in favor say aye. Joe Scalia, aye.
Hayden Traub, aye.
Dan Burns, aye.
Okay, it passes. What's the next item on the agenda?
I did send you last minute an invoice from the Needham Community Revitalization Trust. It's the normal quarterly amount that they pay for the flags.
Yes, that has been made a motion and has been approved by myself and by Hayden. So it's all we need. Dan, have you had a chance to review it? And
I
approve?
have, and I approve also.
so it's all done.
Can you,
Okay, so we
so,
we-
what's our ability to do that kind of thing via email?
You're really not supposed to.
So should we make
I
a
mean-
motion to approve it? No,
Well,
sorry.
so, but before we do, I mean, I do think there's some value in emailing about it.
Yeah.
Because then we can at least, if there's any dispute or discussion, we can sort of at least identify that before we come to meet live in the meeting, right? So in this case, I think we don't have to spend any time on it. We could just make the motion to approve it and move on.
Fine with me.
All right, well, I'll make the motion to approve it.
I second.
All those in favor say aye. Joe Scalia, aye.
Hayden Traub, aye.
Dan Burns, aye.
So that passes too. Is there anything else on the agenda that we have to do? I would like to say one thing. I can't do anything with it right now, but I was going through some of my old files and I did find a letter from Bill Supple to Ann Galati detailing exactly what I had said. earlier, and I'm going to put this in the file when we finally meet in person. And I'm going to save it with my file on the things that I take regularly to these meetings. But he did mention all of that about how we like the 4% of the corpus rather than income or earnings, or et cetera. And I think we solved all of this last meeting, did we not?
Well, I think you were going to try and call James Kickham according to the minutes.
Yes, and I never got in touch with him. I've called him several
Okay.
times and I never got an answer back. So,
All right.
but I thought we also had agreed with Ann that it was going to be 4%, and there was no question about it from her
Yep.
side.
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
And
Okay,
then-
anything else?
The only other thing is, are we all set on the changes to the investment policy? Everybody was good with those? And did those get communicated to Rockland Trust?
No,
Who's going to submit them to Rockland Trust? I thought, Evie, was it you or was it Hayden who was going to submit them?
I don't know. I can do it though.
Okay,
Okay. But I think we all agreed on them. I think they were well written too, Hayden.
okay, thanks.
So the next thing we have to do is figure a time for our next meeting or a date.
Yes.
I have before me the calendar for January, and the third Thursday, the third Wednesday, excuse me, in January is the 20th. There is no indication that it's any special kind of day other than just a regular day.
That's fine with me.
Does that work with you, Dan?
Hold on one second. Looks fine. Let's do it.
Okay,
So January 20th,
January 20th at 4:30,
4:30. Great.
and let's see who gets their vaccination first. Think we'll
Oh,
have it by
it's-
then, Evie?
It's not-
I'm sorry.
Do you think we'll have our vaccination by then?
I don't know.
Not
I
me.
doubt it, but it won't be Dan or me, that's for sure.
Well, I'm one of those high-risk old people.
Right.
So
Well, I'm
Don't
one of those old people. Who's supposed to be running for who's supposed to be running for the election this coming year? Is it you, Hayden, or is it?
I think it's
That is a good,
me.
that's a good question. Yeah, I feel like it's me, but
I
I,
think it's Hayden also, because I think that Joe and I ran at the same time once, and then I ran again.
Okay, that's right. That's exactly what
I
happened.
think
Yeah.
it's Hayden.
great.
Get those
Yeah.
signatures, Hayden. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's gonna be so easy to get signatures in the time of COVID. Is there any modification of those rules?
I don't know. You have to ask the town clerk. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think
Great
so.
question. I wonder if, I
Don't
mean,
know.
I could rig up something via DocuSign maybe, but it depends on whether this,
Oh,
you
would they accept that? That's
Yeah.
a good question.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
And-
that's
and-
interesting.
know, DocuSign, what I've learned is, well, we could adjourn the meeting if you guys want to hear my lecture on DocuSign quickly.
Uh, Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second. Oh, I make a motion to adjourn.
Dan, do you second?
I second his motion, yes.
All those in favor say aye. Joe says aye.
Hayden Traub says aye.
Dan Burns, aye.
So the meeting is adjourned, and now we can sing happy birthday to Dan.
Now, you may want to turn off the recording.
I am doing that, I hopefully right now. Stop recording. Okay, we're good.
All right, Dan, why don't you tell us